Tug D, and I'm a poet. At least that's what I say to women in the smoking areas of pubs. Which is usually met with the clinical look of indifference a dog gives you when you say, "Why are we doing a shit on the kitchen floor?" The first poem I'm going to read is from a pamphlet I'm publishing about things that I like that people think are sort of weird and uncool, and one of the things that I like is wrestling. So this is called In Praise of Professional Wrestling. Yes, there are men in tights and fights that aren't really fights, where a punch in the mouth is a choreographed joust flamed by prescription rage and dodgy booking directions. I know the women are treated as if Wollstonecraft never existed, with their tits forced to the fore and their minds trapped in Vince's top drawer, cajoled into lesbianism, adultery, and midnight dalliance with a roid-eyed OAP, pushed down the card, stuck in a steel cage there's no climbing out of. I'm aware the plots twist like the laziest constrictor and carry all the subtlety of Saturday night ITV, where the writer is counting the advertising checks rather than proofreading the script. All this I know, but I tune into every show and gasp with delight at every top rope flight, or wince with horror when a chair sends someone sprawling into a fake tomorrow, or spit with contemptuous zeal at the face turning on the blackest heel. All this I view through gaps in fingers, because it's all still real to me. Thank you. I'm going to do one more, and it's quite long, and it's about something that I noticed when I went to Auschwitz last year. And I thought I'd do it because it seems like quite a fun and nice evening, and I wanted to ruin the mood. And it's told under the guise of me going for a pint with Leni Riefenstahl, who was a director of Nazi propaganda films. So thank you for listening. This is called An Afternoon Pint with Leni Riefenstahl. You see the gate first, of course. The eye is thick and beautiful, like the thighs of my favourite blacks. I spit out a perfect arc of beer as Lenny laughs with the force of a stoned furor. "Lenny!" I exclaim. "You can't say things like that." "I can say what I like," she replies, her lips curling slightly. "This isn't Tsarist Russia." I'm shocked into taking a dangerous swig of my drink, and Lenny appears delighted at my PC dismay. "Oh, come now, boy. Stop with this Guardian nonsense and listen to my story." As I said, I had just come up to the gate and I was taking in the gorgeous metalwork and the funny little sign at the top. Auschwitz has such a bad name. I mean, yes, we had all that bother a few years back, but really, it's such a wonderful place. At this, I signalled to the barman that we are definitely going to need a refill. Anyway, I went on the tour and listened as one of the snout-nosed Polskis droned on and on about all the things that Hugo Bossman got back up to in the war days. But I wasn't really into that. I love the houses, red bricks the colour of a beating heart and love. The barman brings over my pint, and I drink half in one great sweeping swig. "Better now," said Lenny. "People seem to prefer me when sobriety is left at the bottom of a glass." So I was on this tour, and it was really rather boorish. I wasn't listening to the pig woman. I was thinking about how lovely it would be to live in Auschwitz, surrounded by all the trees and modernity lost at the opposite end of the highway. I couldn't understand why people have such contempt for the place. It's so beautiful and full of life. Again, my beer involuntarily jumped from my mouth across the table. "Full of life," I said simply. "Of course, boy, why not? The air in the place cackles with vitality, like the pounding wings of my gigantic Reschlader." I carried on walking round, filling my lungs with the glorious air, and eventually I went inside one of the houses and saw those spectacles and clumps of hair. Why would you keep them there all this time? What's the point of it? I don't know, though I don't think I'd admit this had I not sunk 4 glasses of red wine. Seeing those things, it caused within me a certain, shall we say, feeling. The long streaks of pure dread that had been shooting up and down my spine the entire time she spoke suddenly dissipated. Lenny's femme fatale chic slipped from her face in the flash of a second, like unprepared feet on icy streets. "What sort of feeling?" I asked. "Well," she began slowly, the syllables like honey on her tongue. It was like somebody had opened up my stomach and placed a huge piece of coal there. I couldn't handle it. I stared straight outside and looked at the sky. It was overcast and a million streaks of grey coloured the atmosphere. I went to leave, but I had to return my headphones from the tour, and then it hit me as I placed my pair atop the other. I felt it, the bile-scented feeling of disgust, one on top of the other, too many to count. All those people. Thank you very much.